A lot of people have been linking me this video by Endymion TV. One Piece is sexist. Angry fans attack Zoro mocking you plus woke director calls Dizzy Dude, this is just way too long of a title. But anyway, people have been telling me to watch this because I literally made a meme about how Zoro's backstory is where Kuina says to him, you will surpass me, Zoro, because I am a woman, and a woman will never defeat a man. And the second I saw that in the live action adaptation, I lost my mind, and I was like, bro, there is no way they got Netflix to greenlight this. I knew people would get upset at this backstory, and I'm so happy to see people did. Listen, while I think that it's cringe, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be that guy that's not gonna laugh at people being cringe. Listen, as someone that has been called out and canceled for unthinkable cringe, it makes me so happy to see this shit happening to other people.
What's up everyone, it's Endymion, and yet again we have woke weirdos pushing racist identity politics to mask their own incompetence when it—
Oh my god, what a way to start. Can I just get to the Zoro cringe and not need to deal with the— Once again we have wokeism.
Stories surrounding the One Piece Netflix live-action series. I'll admit beforehand, I have very little knowledge when it comes to One Piece.
Brother, I love when people do that. I'm gonna make an entire video criticizing and talking about One Piece, recognizing the fact that I know very little about One Piece. And that's where I have to be. Dude, I love that scene. When I saw that scene, So first of all, my two favorite parts, Zoro is an absolute star. The fact that they were unshakily, unwaveringly Zoro in this One Piece live action made me so happy. Just as he's like, and in the first scene when he fights Mr. Seven, which isn't even in the manga, right? He fights Mr. Seven, who's a black guy. And then oh my god, dude. Then you'll see his backstory with training with all his cadets and all the people that his rivals in his dojo were all black guys. It just kills me.
I know the main guy is named Luffy. I know he can—
Oh damn, he knows the main guy is Luffy. Wow.
Stretch his body like Mr. Fantastic, and I know the main—
Oh man.
Girl in the anime has knockers the size of melons. Which I just gotta say, hell yeah, brother, I love the Japanese.
Dude, this is the One Piece commentary I always needed. Let's freaking go.
And recently, I've been watching the Netflix series with my girlfriend who does know quite a bit about the series. And according to her, it's great, and honestly, I'm having a good time watching it too. I've only watched the first 4 episodes, but from what I've seen so far, it's an impressive live-action show. I really like how Buggy—
Let's go! Buggy! He knows! He knows!
He looks, and his actor is great, and what I've seen of that Arlong guy, I just gotta say, his makeup is amazing. Like—
Yeah, dude, what is this video? Is this like some sort of review? I don't want to see a review. I want to see people get upset.
Just look at this guy. He looks incredible. I have no idea who he is, but his nose looks cool as hell.
Yeah!
But anyway, one of the biggest breakout stars from this show is the Japanese heartthrob named Mikenyu, or Mikenyu? I don't know.
Mikenyu, baby. Mikenyu.
No, I'm gonna say Mikenyu, who looks like he was made in the Giga Chad Ultimate Japanese Boyfriend Factory. Like if someone said—
This man is so jealous. He is talking about this literally so jealous. Jealousy is seeping from his pores right now.
What would be the perfect Japanese guy? This dude would show up. I had no idea who he was, but the fact he was doing his own stunts in the show and how impressive it all looked was awesome. Then I found out his dad was Sonny Chiba, and it all started to make sense. This guy is the ultimate nepo baby of a martial arts superstar and—
Bro does not stop simping! You know that Mr. Endymion over here was watching the One Piece live action with Zoro. And they're watching it together, and Zoro made her wetter than he ever did. Oh no.
Apparently, One Piece isn't even his first foray into live-action anime adaptations. And he's made a name for himself over in Japan with many other projects that I've never seen or heard of. The point I'm trying to make here is that this guy was clearly already established and proved his worth long before he starred in One Piece as Zoro.
This is so irrelevant to the topic of the video, man!
And honestly, the more I watch, I gotta say, it's not surprising at all. But of course, like always, weirdos are mad that Zoro's actor made roughly 4 times the amount She-Hulk's leading actress did in that Disney Plus series.
What? That's the drama? That's the drama! Oh my god! I was joking! Listen, when I first talked about how people were gonna get mad at Zoro, I was sure it was Zoro's backstory where Kuina said, "A woman will never defeat a man." It's because an incredible actor, okay, who acted Zoro, made 4 times from one season what Marvel made, what She-Hulk made, but She-Hulk was shit, bro. Are you joking me?
And that this is a gotcha example of how sexism is still hurting the pay gap between male and female actors. Apparently, McKenyu—
Bro, we're getting into this gender pay gap. Dude, this is the worst possible example. They really have to use She-Hulk as an example. The worst show Marvel has ever made. They have to use that as an example as to... Oh my god, bro. They're stretching further than Luffy on this one.
You made around $220,000 an episode on One Piece for a grand total of $1.76 million. Whereas Tatiana Maslany made around $50,000 an episode for a grand total of $450,000 for all of She-Hulk.
She should be paying me to watch She-Hulk.
Apparently, this means One Piece and Netflix is sexist, which, like I just talked about earlier with the Marvel's director, you get what you pay for. Not saying She-Hulk's lead actress isn't accomplished, she is, but you can't really compare her to the appeal of McKenyu. That's like if the Avengers' Colby Smulders, who played Maria Hill, complained she wasn't being paid as much as Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Yeah, true. That is blatant sexism. I personally have one thing to say about the gender pay wage gap, and it's something that bothers me so much. It's that I'm gonna sound so woke for saying my actual factual complaint about the gender pay wage gap. It's that men strippers do not make nearly as much as female strippers, and that hurts me on the inside. Like, every time I see a male stripper working for pennies on the dollar of what the female strippers are making, I'm crying. I'm crying in the club right now. Sexism is alive. The gender pay wage gap is so real. And I want more people to acknowledge the fact that male strippers really, they're working that bussy. And they're literally being paid nickels on the dime. And it's a sad state we live in with the gender pay wage gap being so real. Male strippers are an oppressed group, I would go as far as to say. I'm so glad I finally have a platform where I could speak my truth like this, but I'm so glad that we're able to talk about this on a platform before I get nuked off Twitch instantly and have to stream on fucking Kick or something.
Like, come on, people are here to see Downey Jr., not you. And if you want your production and series to be taken seriously and you're able to get big names who are accomplished internationally, like the price speaks for itself. And clearly Netflix actually managed a slam dunk here since everybody is talking about One Piece.
Because it's good.
And the show is doing insanely well for the platform.
Wait, you mean that the show that... Wait, whoa. You mean that the show that everyone really likes, the actors are being paid more than the show from the actor from the show that everyone hates? What?
With a second season rightfully secured already. And when you compare McKenyu's salary to his co-stars, it makes sense. Luffy's actor made $320,000 for the entire series.
What? Wait, McKenyu made 5 times?
Nami's made $200,000, and Usopp and Sanji's actors both made $150,000 for their work on the show too.
I assume he means per episode, right?
Even if you fuse the prices of 4 of the 5 main characters of One Piece, Zoro still made the most. But again, it's because he's a big name and his portrayal will also bring about—
Zoro, the second main character, made $220,000. Nami, the third main character, made $200,000. Yeah, this makes all the sense in the world. Okay, bro, he made up his whole shit. He was totally wrong about what he just said. I knew he was saying something weird. This ain't right. He thinks Zoro made $220,000 per episode, and that that he made $320,000 for the entire show? Alright, dude, man is not exactly a math pro here. But in my humble opinion, this makes an incredible amount of sense. I can't believe Nami made less than Zoro. It's almost like Zoro's in more of these shows. It's almost like Zoro is a more prominent character or something. Crazy how that happens. Crazy, god damn.
Use the prices of 4 of the 5 main characters of One Piece, Zoro still made the most.
He didn't though! Luffy made more! Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, it literally took me 4 seconds of research to topple his entire argument, but anyway.
But again, it's because he's a big name and his portrayal will also bring about his fan base to the show. So Netflix getting this Zoro guy for less than $2 million is honestly probably a steal in their eyes. But like I said, he clearly wasn't hired because of identity politics. He was
How could you say that? He definitely was. He was hired to kill black.
hired because Zoro is canonically Japanese and the guy looks like they ripped the character out of the manga onto the screen.
Dude just wants Zoro to fuck him so badly.
The tired argument you hear all the time from any corner of entertainment. Why do male soccer players or male basketball players make
Oh my
more
God,
than
he
female
is not
ones?
going
Because
here.
people buy more tickets and merchandise when it comes to male players. Because it's higher stakes, the ad revenue is higher on commercial breaks, and the fans engage with the male players' competition more. But at the same time, these same weirdos are silent when you ask them, well, why do female models make more than male ones? Why does Zendaya make so much modeling when compared to some random male model? Is it sexism?
crazy.
Or could it be that people's talents, experiences, and portfolios
Is this just an excuse for him to rant for 10 minutes about the pay gap?
dictate what they're worth? Plus, in terms of modeling, of course women models will make more because women consume that sort of stuff like clothing and makeup at an exponentially higher rate than the male demographics.
Yeah, that's why women models make more money. Women models make more money because of the women that watch them.
So obviously, if a hot, desirable, big following female model promotes your makeup or clothing line, the money and opportunities are huge. But of course, it's totally fine when women are making loads of cash when it comes to things that they consume. And it's always sexist when it comes to things they don't consume as
Bro, we
much.
were so close to the Chosen One. An actual video talking about how people were upset that Kuina told Zoro that a woman could never defeat a man. We were so close to the Chosen One, and he flew too close to the sun.
You want to know how I know? Without looking up anything on Google, name me 5 female basketball players or soccer players. Go ahead. Pause this video right now and just give yourself
how he
like
thinks this
15
is
to
like the
30
ultimate
seconds
gotcha.
and just think
Destroyed,
really hard about it.
obliterated.
Now do the same for male basketball or soccer players.
can't
And on the
either.
flip side, let's look at makeup gurus. Name me 5 male makeup gurus. Now go think of 5 female makeup people.
I can't name any of them. I mean, okay, I'm not trying to debunk his point. It's just I feel like this has been rehashed so many times, and this is not the place for it.
Have I proven my point here enough or what?
You did,
the reason
bro.
why
Come
this
on.
McKenyu guy made 4 times what She-Hulk's actor made is simple economics. Because there clearly was more demand and his portfolio speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And clearly $450,000 for She-Hulk might have been too much, since many of She-Hulk's most expensive issues actually dropped in price once the show aired.
No! What? Okay, that's hilarious. Oh my god. That is incredible. She-Hulk was so bad the comics dropped in price when it came out? Yo! This is my favorite piece of lore. This whole video was worth it. I promise you, this whole video was worth it for this one nugget, this beautiful nugget of information.
Meaning, if anything, the She-Hulk Disney Plus series hurt the character's brand recognition instead of helping. Whereas I guarantee you with One Piece's live-action show releasing, they just exposed millions of people who've never read the manga, like yours truly for example, to an entirely new world to consume.
Is he really saying that Netflix live action is gonna make the manga more popular? I mean, I guess it probably will, but dude, One Piece is so big. This is like a drop in the bucket for how big One Piece is in Japan.
Plus, you can't compare She-Hulk to One Piece anyway.
True, because Nami's boobs are way bigger. And this is how we rate effective characters on this channel.
Literally the most successful manga of all time. Like, One Piece outshadows Dragon Ball, for God's sakes. The Zoro guy made more because he's
Not paused at legs? Yeah, obviously.
more in demand, and his portfolio, like Zendaya's
You
for
said
makeup
this
and
already,
fashion,
man.
speaks for itself.
Brother.
It's how recently Leslie Jones, who starred in the terrible Ghostbusters 2016, complained she made less than her co-stars like Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig. Jones said she made around $150,000 when it was all said and done. And clearly, Sony got what they paid for with Ghostbusters since everybody hated that movie. This would be like if Nami's actor in One Piece claims sexism against Zoro's for being paid more. I already explained this enough, but it
I love how it's side by sides. He's just like, alright, random picture of the actress, and then just some picture of Nami with her boobs flying out. Yes! He knows!
would be brain-dead lunacy to claim that. Imagine if Tessa Thompson in Endgame bitched that her Valkyrie character didn't make as much as Downey Jr.'s Iron Man.
Is he just making up fake arguments? He's like, if Nami's character would complain that she made less than Zoro's character, well, that would be like some random Valkyrie lady in Endgame complaining that she didn't make it, yeah. So take that argument that didn't ever happen, that no one's ever argued before in the history of arguments. Let's go. You know what would be a better argument against that, my homie, my guy, my dude? It would be that Nami's actress made more than Usopp or Sanji in the same show. That would be a better argument than needing to brainlet compare it to Endgame.
Like, no shit, Sherlock. He's freaking Iron Man. He was the heart of that franchise and people bought tickets to see the movie because of him. I can't believe I need to explain basic economics and popularity to people whose entire careers and stuff. If you want to get paid more, you gotta prove you deserve it.
And as someone that deserves it, I suggest all of you send me as much money as you possibly can. Thank you, Endymion, for making this point.
You don't get paid more and get better roles by claiming sexism and racism. All that does is alienate you and make the audiences hate you. So basically, to sum this all up, Mackenyu made what he made because his inclusion clearly was integral to the success of the show, and there's no denying that. Nia DaCosta has likely made a...
I'm blown away with the whole concept of this video. It makes no sense. He was literally paid equivalently to all the other actors. Like, why do you need to jump through, like, hoops here? Luffy's the main character, and he was paid the most. Zoro is the second to main character, so he was paid the second most. Nami, who was the third main character, was paid the third most. It's like, brother, what are you saying?
Stinker of a film because she's not experienced enough to be doing something of that scale yet. And people like She-Hulk's actor or Ghostbusters Leslie Jones made what they made because that's what they were worth at the time. Call me whatever you want, but if the roles were reversed and it was two guys complaining about their salaries against a woman, we all know people would tell them to sit down, shut up, and praise queens because identity—
Are you literally just doing that right now, telling her to sit down and shut up for complaining? I mean, I agree with you, the complaint is stupid. That She-Hulk actress didn't make as much as Zoro actor. Like, that's hilarious.
Politics are where dreams go to die. Hopefully this helped you understand why all of this nonsense and why things are the way that they are.
Yeah, I feel like you didn't really help me explain anything, but you were a great jumping point for me to make fun of everything, including you. So this was wonderful. And I'm just saying that not because I dislike you or anything. I'm just saying it because I believe that nothing on the internet is too sacred for me to make fun of, including you. So while I agree with your take that Zoro isn't being sexist by being paid more than She-Hulk, I feel like your whole argument, yeah, that was rough. Anyway, we move on, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do. Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.